And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Steelers defense, we watch them get set. Points. It was a long field goal, so they probably weren't too upset about it, although here, obviously, they'd like to give up 0.
Of course, that's the goal each and every time out, but when they make that type of a field goal that long, you almost give them a little nod of respect to the kicker, like, congratulations, but you do feel pretty good about not giving up anything.
Survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. Let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again. And got his man complete. The 40, 30, 20, 10. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Sammy Coates.
His aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. Throwing here on first down. Flacco. Smith catches left side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. In Pittsburgh, and this is a blow. 4th quarter, a very one-sided affair. On 2nd down, Flacco to throw. Catch left side here by Aiken. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Flacco, and this is going to be incomplete. Kamar Aiken, the intended receiver, and it's 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. He's been terrific so far. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Steelers will get it at their own 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able.
He's got a man complete. Pass across the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Sammy Coates, an 80-yard touchdown. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one.
Well, this game is... We do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
10 yards still left on second down. Second and 10. Flacco once more. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Over the middle here to Brown. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler. Xavier Grimble from 13 yards out. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No. I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And now here come the Ravens. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle? Right, I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Setting up the screen for West. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. To pass, Flacco. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Flacco to throw again on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job to complete that first down pass.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Chris Moore was the intended target. And now it's second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Incomplete on first down. Now Flacco on second. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Eighth play of the drive, fourth. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. He's going to let this one. It's caught inside the 25. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident.
Or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? You know what the key to a good screen pass is, Doctor?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Here's Flacco. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. A gain of 3, second down.
Pardon me, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, a 9. Down his fourth. Just one shy in the single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Catch left side here by Aiken. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
To the right side to Aiken. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
He hits West underneath. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a second down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They go pass again with Flacco. And that is incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target. And 4th down coming up. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Now Roethlisberger back into his end zone. Man open left side is Brown. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner. One of the great commentators of all time. He used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing too.
No, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Moore now on the return. Now a hit and a loose football. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Here's Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. Wow, incredible.
Miss.
Oh, he did it again. And they are going to score again. Touched. As they just add to their totals. And my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game it's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee. You know, Call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a third down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Third down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Pulled in at the 24. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win.
Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Third down, Flacco from the gun. Under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Cameron Hayward in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And now here's another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.